Hey, I like that. Yeah, and I think that's the danger, right? Is the speed that we're talking about Virtus.pro playing this draft in. I was sort of mentioning the danger of if PuckChamp can get into those BKB timings, it's going to be a problem. But likewise, even if they do get the BKB timings, now you've got like a Lycan mass physical damage with Kunkka throwing out some physical damage there too. Are they going to have the armor that they need to be able to stand toe to toe against that if you have like a shapeshift carry right clicking you, if like Lycan decides to go for the Aghanims build later, or just wants to play around with, the Helm of the Overlord. So I think Virtus.pro's draft still has a lot of flexibility. They can go like a crazy hyper carry, or if they want to, they can play super fast and just pick a mid and play Kunkka position 1.
But if they go fast, though, and I'm going to divert this to Trent, isn't it a bit scarier because you are fast lineup, but you don't have as much team fight as the enemy team who's also quite fast as you? Like, do you really want to play fast against Razor and Axe?
I mean, they have. I think that depends on Kunkka, because Kunkka, you hit your spells early, like before BKBs and stuff, and it kind of feels like teams can't fight into you.
Okay.
You get a good ward into an X, and suddenly the fight just feels kind of over, unless Bane hits a sweet nightmare save, which is definitely possible. I think the Puck ban is very curious. I don't know. I almost just want to ban like Clinks and Sniper and just be like, I don't want to deal with that. Because like they like that, and they're gonna have the last pick there too. Trying to like arrange the Razor and stuff. Yeah. But Puck would have been interesting, as you said. They could play like super fast tempo and just try and like run this game down. Yeah. And GPK, he's drafting right now. He maybe saved himself that 10th pick. They're kind of eyeing that right now for PuckChamp. Like, GPK, he gets a little salty. I've seen some quality all chat from that lad. So I think he wants the hero,
Well, and Death Prophet would have been pretty sick, I think. It is interesting though, because you still have this danger of like Razor against Kunkka, and I actually really would like to see the Kunkka be put in the safe lane now and try and bait this Razor into an off lane position. Although I guess it's going to be last pick, like you said, for Virtus.pro, so they're going to already have kind of revealed what their strat is going to be. Because I think offlane Razor is bad, even though it's a good matchup against Kunkka. I think in the game it sets you up for failure.
But then Axe, where does he go, right, in that question?
Oh, you just put him in the jungle, man. I didn't see that hero, so yeah, you're right.
Great solve.
That's good. That's quality. Next patch. You got a week until that's popping off.
Yeah, the map.
What is the PuckChamp last hero then? Lyrical. If you're seeing it this way, you're probably thinking mid, right, for PuckChamp. What would you like to see here? What are they missing?
I think something that can cut ways. I actually wouldn't have minded Puck for them. God. Well, I'm just gonna wait a second. I want to see Lesh.
Wow. They actually picked Lesh. Good job.
Yeah.
He's so talented.
I try really.
They'll put him
hard.
in the jungle though.
No. That's where Axe goes. Actually, I don't like the Lesh.
I think if I had to guess, they'll pick Ember if GPK wants his hero. I feel like that's what he would do.
Sure.
Is it just worth putting Kunkka mid at this point though, and just like picking Pure or something else? Because I feel like if you get a big hero, it just feels kind of nice.
Oh, so you want to take it like later? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like they could like maybe just delay. Like they have like Grimstroke to sort of help hold towers. Although Lycan gets really messy when you're in the delaying state of the game. That is one issue. Unless you're like really good with the Wolf Micro and just like trying to delay stuff and maybe even like blocking off Ancients and everything.
I do think that they have stronger potential going late game now, revealing this Lesh. But no, they want to go fast. They want to battle. Damn.
Ooh, that's actually sick.
I love that big hero, right? the Puck.
Look at his hat. They can't see that
Both
yet.
literally and metaphorically, not the biggest hero they could find. But big push is what he brings to the table. So both teams trying to outrun each other. Now, in this race to the finish line, who is going to take it? Lyrical?
I just haven't seen a lot of these push lineups work, so I'm going to go with PuckChamp. I just don't like that philosophy right now.
Trent?
Even though I'm not the biggest Lycan fan, I actually really like this Pugna. I feel like Decrep's kind of busted right now. Maybe he goes Yules too and can squeak it into his build versus the Axe. Could be a nice way to help save, even like kiting out the Razor a bit there too. It's hard. Yeah. I'm going for Virtus.pro. They can do it. GBK Pugna,
There you
he's
go.
feeling it.
Oh,
Yeah.
our panel is divided now. No matter what, this panel will always be right and always be wrong. As we get into game number 1, where our casters, no matter what, they're always right, and their names are Lyrical and Trent. Who are they?
Thank you so much, Alva. That was brilliant.
Still us.
Trent, I really wanted to say Virtus.pro, but there's just something in like my body that tells me you can't end the game. You're not going to be able to run down buildings by like 20 minutes, but maybe they just control the whole map and then they just win from that. I don't know. Dota's weird. What do you think?
You don't need
you
to
ready for this?
rush.
No.
We can just relax,
Chill.
It's not turbo mode, which
No.
everyone's been playing because of Cavern Crawl. This is just regular Dota.
That's right.
Common misconception, it turns out, guys, as someone who recently started playing Turbo for Cavern Call, they are not more chill in that game mode. It turns
they're
out
not. They're
One-
so much worse.
you might
Oh
think
my God.
it could be relaxing. No, it's really not. They're
actually-
very serious. They just want to play faster Dota. That's
Yeah.
all.
Well, and there's also way more Smurfs for some odd reason, but yeah, turbo players are the degenerates of the Dota 2 scene. There's no doubt about that.
You
We have a
guys
pause,
are-
by the way.
Yeah, there's a pause. So, I'm just, I want to shout out all the Turbo players. That's all. All the dedicated Turbo players, you guys are all absolute animals in the best possible way.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's just insult our audience a little
I
bit
wasn't
more.
insulting. They're just, they're a special kind. And I
Fair.
appreciate you. That's all I want to say.
Whoa, look at that view. I was not expecting. It's like the world doesn't exist outside of the Dota universe. It's just like my bedroom,
Wait, you see cool stuff? Why don't I see cool stuff? Do I have
You
to
don't
open
have
the
the
other
stream
link?
open. Yeah, no, the stream. It's on the Discord, you dummy.
Oh.
Oh, be sure to mute it, though, because otherwise you'll hear yourself and me twice. Avo gave me that quick tip as we're zooming on through the mid lane, coming behind the tower, and out the other side, a flurry of wolves. Oh, God, what happened there at the end? That was creepy looking. Yeah, but they're running down, going to get some wards in the area.
Oh, we have the technology.
It's good stuff, right?
Now I can know where the obs is looking. That's a very helpful thing to have,
It's true.
I don't want to hang Pythian out to dry here.
No, that's
Oh,
not
God.
what we do.
Power keeps flickering, guys. Wish me luck. Pray for me.
No problem. I
We're-
believe in you, buddy.
We'll just bring in Avo. We'll have to cast off the feed when the power goes
Perfect.
down. Don't go too far, Avo.
Perfect. Well, we are off to the races now. Again, PuckChamp versus Virtus.pro. It's a really interesting dynamic, right? Because we talk about these regional finals and the way that it sort of has changed what we kind of can talk about from the rest of the regular season. I was fully prepared before this went on to be like, oh man, Hellraisers, they lost that last game against Empire. That meant that they had to play Spirit. But now we're in the situation where loser of this match between Virtus.pro and PuckChamp is going to go out at the bottom of these regional finals, potentially, if Spirit, can take them down. And then you're dropping from what I think it's like 30 or something DPC points. It's not a heck of a lot. So something to definitely keep in mind. And this match has a lot on the line for both of these two teams.
Yeah, Hellraisers have come in and they've shaken it up a little bit here, right? They got that D2CL win, pop themselves up, take down the champs. And I would say it certainly makes this one just like a little bit more nerve-wracking.
Not what you want to have happen at all. But we'll see how this ends up working. Already setting up with a bit of a try lane here. Image actually
They didn't
going to-
believe. They didn't believe, Lyrical.
Going for him, Kralak. Oh!
They didn't believe that Yamcha was actually going to get the shackles. Because, DM and Hagoda were, walking away. Because, of course, why would he get the shackles? He's a boostless shaman. And then he
Right.
got the shackle.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Well, I mean, that still sets up top to have a really good laning stage, right? And, down bottom, they do immediately bring Grim down here. So this is going to sort of even things out. But obviously, Pure not missing anything here. And playing Kunkka versus Axe. We'll see how he ends up doing.
Very underutilized strat there. The tri lane just for the first blood attempt with certain heroes. I feel like some teams, it's more like a team based thing than a lineup based thing. I feel like something that more teams could probably abuse a bit more.
Yeah, and even if it's just pushing somebody off the wave or something, as long as you've got somebody that's somewhat surviving in the safe lane. It should be fine. As you can see in the mid, trying to put some pressure on here. GPK not going to be able to get that deny off. So Young G having a good time so far on the Lesh. Hasn't been stopped by any of those early Pugna tricks that are so annoying.
Not sure what happened with Yamich, though. Did not bring another sentry up top. And Ducalis is still holding a sentry. And they really do not have a good chance at a pull. So I don't know if they're just not going to commit for this camp at all. They're not even going to try and contest it, but going to be a little bit difficult to get the wave under control. You can see DM already hurting for the last hits at 4 right now. It's going to have to do some wolf shenanigans or something to grab a wave.
Right. Well, and that's the other thing to keep in mind is so much of what we were talking about was just based upon the, lanes working out relatively equally. And at least so far, that's not really been the case. I mean, they have been able to pick up a couple of the last hits with the Shaman along the way, so that sort of makes up for some of it. But regardless, it'll be something to watch for if they can't get that top lane under control slightly. And actually, MH, some trouble here maybe? They do have a Nightmare.
Oh,
They want to go.
Nice done. Nicely done.
Get a wolf there too. Nice. So yeah, pretty even. That first blood attempt wasn't able to secure the kill up top, and now it's just sort of settling in for a nice little laning stage. Nice dodge there also on the split earth. And GPK, if they do ever find himself in a situation where Young G leaves the lane, it's going to be a good amount of pressure onto that tower pretty quickly.
Yeah, they're in a bit of a standoff here, right? I'm just like, so you going to rotate? Because, I don't want to rotate. So yeah. I think we're just going to blast waves from our small camp. Someone will go to make the play, but we have 2 mids where the level 6 doesn't really cause a big shift, which is quite different than most of the mids we're seeing right now. We've gone through a big spirit phase of Queen of Pain, so these two just wanting to hang out a little bit more and only really show up if they think the tower's going down. Puts a lot of focus on that mid lane this game.
Absolutely. Down bottom. You can see Malik forcing to use this salve now. He's brought down pretty low and actually get the stroke of fade off. So can it keep that pressure on? Does have the ring of health to keep him survivable, but you can see this constant pressure. Pure just 2 points in the Tidebringer, and Malik still taking a beating from that.
Carry Kunkka is very interesting, but it certainly goes back to kind of what you were talking about a lot. Like this is almost the main reason why I worry about their scaling. It's just because the carry Kunkka, like it's gonna give them a lot of strength when it comes to this early game rush because they can fight around these towers and have great team fight because of the early levels in gold on the Kunkka. You would expect the earlier BKB where you can just sort of run in and try and dominate these fights, but they have tools versus BKB this game with the Axe and the Bane. And if you stall out and you don't get that big momentum swinging for your team, Kunkka, he doesn't get that scary unless you find yourself 3 Datalists later or something. Datalai?
Datalai, yeah. That's
Try
the proper.
Datalai. Is that the next? It'll be like the Trident. You buy 3 Datalists and you drop the recipe and you can buy the Datalai.
Try-die. There it is. No, I think
that's not complicated enough, I don't think.
To be honest, even if you do get into those crazy builds nowadays, I still don't think that you're going to be actually posing a significant threat as a Kunkka. That's the problem.
No, they're total memes. They're not good.
The armor, it's just it makes it so difficult as they will find that kill on Dakota. So a nice little combination. Collis, Lizzie, nicely played. Well done, buddy. But they end up getting that kill and then walking away afterwards.
That's actually such a bad death. You just drove them both out of the lane, back to the tower, 2 salve up from 12% HP each-ish on that Axe and Rubik. They run back in with full health. They grab your Bane. They throw him to the Axe, and he just dies. So, sorry, your Grim. What was the point,
Yeah.
If you're going to give that kill up at that point, I feel like Hakoda's got to be just ugh, my bad.
No, it hurts. Meanwhile, mid lane, they actually rotate heroes towards mid instead. Nightmare. Keep Young G alive. That Shackles combo together with the life drain, super hard to deal with. But Ducalis makes the move to keep him good. And it's an Invisor picked up for Young G. So just going to get the bottle refill and then probably try and farm up some more in the jungle here. A couple of stacks being built.
Yeah, and overall, I would say DM's doing quite fine considering the laning matchup. He's getting some pulls off now over to the small camp, farming it up here. Yamich going to come back as Ducalis will discover DM's positioning here. But not much you can do as a solo Bane. Obviously, you know, no real Nightmare plays versus a Bane, since he can always just, or versus a Lycan rather, because he can just always save himself with
Right.
the wolves.
That's true. I mean, I guess that the only thing is if you can get towards grip eventually, but it's ways away from that one.
That one is good. The grip, good one.
Does Astro keep on stacking? He wasn't able to stack Ancients. It's only the hard camp. Obviously, that's still going to be nice for Malik eventually if he does go back towards that, but at least for now, not a huge injection of gold ready to go his way, although Silence there. Looking for the stun. They do manage to connect. Goes in with the Tidebringer hit. Pure, good chunk of damage. Has the X mark afterwards, and with the Torrent follow-up, this could be enough here for the rundown. Although, oh, he could have gone for the hit. He doesn't have another Tidebringer now, and Malik might
Malik's
live
sick.
because of it.
He's sick.
Damn.
Oh, he just missed the timing on that cleave, too.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
man.
So what was really good there from Malik is that he didn't start running away until he forced out the X, right? Classic mistake a lot of people would have made. They just start running away as that Axe and thinking like, oh, maybe I can survive. But he kept the pressure on there, tried to get a call. And then by buying all that extra time, he got another chance on his raindrops before the other spells came out. And that's what helped keep him alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, the lack of stacks on the Ancients, I would say, is a bit of a problem right now for PuckChamp. Whenever I see an Axe of the Vanguard, I feel like that's the whole key to building this Vanguard so early. Is like if you're not getting the Ancient stacks, it's not as worth. Ho-ho!
Yeah, that's not good. And
Slam jam.
back towards the mid lane. They're going to find him now.
Dude, he's
oh,
tipping
God,
him while
dude.
he's still
GPK going
fighting.
down right now. Although the turn, GPK trying to survive, but they don't have enough. Oh, that hurts.
Yo, Malik was still fighting Pure, and he's tipping Hakoda, and now he got it too!
toy. Oh, what a play. All right, Malik's a boss. What a god.
All right, he's carrying.
Damn.
I'm a believer now. I'm not believing in the momentum right now for Virtus.pro.
No, I mean, yeah, PuckChamp getting off to this type of a start. I mean, the problem still exists with their draft, and the strengths of Virtus.pro still do look good if they can kind of start playing together and get online. But, I mean, this is definitely not the way you wanted it to go. Let's see if they can start playing together and make some moves happen soon, because they're going to need to.
Yeah, they just need the, see it all connects. They just need that moment, right? Bring it all. They'll be fine.
Right now, this axe is looking very good. That Tumbler's toy, too, to set up for the kill on Takunka. He doesn't get that call if he doesn't have it. Such a silly item.
It's busted, man.
Busted. Well, in the meantime, you can see Malik connecting up to this hard camp. He has a ward in the area, too, and Astral's nearby. So he's getting maximum farm on. Likewise, we saw over there on the other angle that Pure was farming the hard camp while also getting a creep wave in. So both teams doing their best to maximize the farm in the opposing jungles and just cutting the waves constantly. Mid lane, get some counter push there by GPK. And a little bit of a chase down. Can't quite catch Astro. But it's up top where DM has been able to successfully force back Ducalis, and this might be enough to take down the tower finally.
Yeah, and the bad news is they're still pressuring mid at the same time. So, you've taken these units away from top, but not able to help mid either. Now Malik, another tumble to help mess up the combo. Oh, that was so close.
Oh, my God. Torrent catches. Hex was there afterwards. I don't think they get that kill if Yemich doesn't show up. Nicely played. All right, Virtus.pro, they're back.
And back to the other side I swing. They've taken the top tower. They have the helm, so they'll start working towards the helm of the Overlord next for DM. And that'll probably be their biggest timing, is the helm of the Overlord syncing up with probably level like 12-ish on GPK, where he gets a little spike there too. And Armlet +1. Like, Armlet's done for Pure, so curious where he goes next. I don't know if he's going to try something a little bit faster, as they easily get that long-range stat. My goodness.
Deadly. One thing that's a little bit problematic here for Virtus.pro, Astral actually stole the Nether Blast, so he's got crazy D-push right now on this Rubik, but that won't really help you against the tier 1 pressure that comes from a Lycan. So they're still going to need to deal with this, and this is the danger of the Virtus.pro lineup. They get together around this point and just start the pressure. They do have an Ancient stack here, which might get taken out now.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm snaking that for sure if I'm Yamich. Maybe it was one more stack.
Yeah. Pulling the creep wave. Back towards mid. Pure is here. They're getting together, and I mean, this is pretty slow by VP.
Well, I think part of the problem is it's like, who contests them anyway? Like, even if they are like, yeah, it would be nice if they were like, on to the next tower or something at this point, but they're waiting for a couple items. Like GBK just got like crown and wand now delivered out here.
Right.
Youngji doesn't want to do anything before BKB.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fair. Coda takes some more damage there. Nightmare save him. But with the chase down, Ducalis should be falling here. Astral can't quite get there in time. So Ducalis the only one that goes down. In the meantime, Malik is stealing their ancient stack. So
Fine team.
he needs to get towards that blink. And he almost has it. It's really close now.
Oh, that's such a great net worth swing to do that, though. Steal a stack from the enemy team. Gain
Mid.
for you, loss to them. And, oh, there's Youngji without a BKB.
That's pretty bad, although the pullback afterwards and trying to survive. They need to kill some of these wards. Didn't they do it? He ends up going. Oh, God. It's not going to be enough. They find that kill onto Lesh in exchange for the Shaman. Astral now stealing life drain, but the jump forward in the call. Astral got him in range. The Nether Ward not enough to stop that one. Ducalis dying. Nakoda is just going to try and walk away, but Malik is getting the chase down here. Little Jukes gives him another punch. Looks for the dunk. It's not enough. Nakoda backing out, but in the end, the taunt and the right clicks come through for the finish.
I mean, that's basically cheating to have the courier deliver your blink in the middle of that.
That's true.
I mean, fight fair.
Well, it's a 2K gold lead for Virtus.pro. But PuckChamp, they're starting to get into a couple of these items. They're getting closer to these BKBs.
It's just a tower gold lead right now.
Yeah.
2 tier 1s down, so nothing too crazy. Something they could easily swing back if they manage to get some decent positioning here with Youngji, which it looks like they probably are. I thought maybe he was making his way down bottom, but it looks like Hakoda doesn't want to give up on this part of the map quite yet, though. Checks for some wards down here. And, yeah, you can see PuckChamp just saying, let's just run at their jungle. Because, like, you would think that Radiant don't really want to be here. Because this tower is so far out right now, the Radiant tier 1 in the bottom lane. You don't really want to defend this. You'd rather trade for something else on the map. Like, up top, you have a wave pushing in up there. You could just push in mid. I don't really expect them to want to contest this.
Yeah, they see Hakoda walking away now. He actually missed on that ward and placed one observer ward himself in vision. So this is definitely PuckChamp getting something out of the map. And I don't know if Virtus.pro are really going to be able to get anything in turn. Like GPK throwing Nether Blast from the trees isn't really going to do it.
And this is something that PuckChamp can abuse about Virtus.pro's lineup because they can't do Rosh yet.
Yeah.
Like with the Helm of the Overlord, you could probably do it at a reasonable pace, but this one not so much. As you get the replay there, and the stolen Nether Blast was there again with the big damage from Astral on Damage for that kill, but not able to save himself after.
Smoke up. They find one. It's just Ducalis. They'll take that every day of the week. And PuckChamp being chased by the wolves. Can they get there in range? Ooh. Gets the decrypt, and then the stun. Oh, they threw it onto the creep.
That was sick.
Damn.
Let's go.
All right, Hakoda, he's getting it back. Yeah, that's a tip return.
GBK with the blink there, too. This is exactly what they need. Blink to Aegon.
Oh, man. That play right there, if you don't find them with that stun, like, they get away, they get into BKBs. Now, Virtus.pro actually can try and, like, claim some more area of this map. They have wards back towards mid.
Yeah. It would have been so much wasted time if they don't get those kills. After all, like, the attempts on the vision, everything in the bottom part of the map. And you can also see they left another ward down here, too, which is getting the fact that Pure's backing away on that bottom lane. So they have an idea that they're actually bringing more heroes mid.
Oh. Got to be careful here. They didn't actually drop those wards, but Decrep and the move-in lift afterwards, but the Hex and the kill. Damage. He is going to get brought down. But the rest of Virtus.pro backs away. Yeah, still, I mean, off of that play, you'd like to be able to see Virtus.pro get like another objective on the map, but they haven't really been able to. This Helm of the Overlord going into drums next. They're trying to set themselves up on Virtus.pro to be able to deal with the BKBs when they come around just by having massive physical damage. We'll see if it works.
Yeah, he's got a Granite Golem available in his triangle, but maybe hoping for the Dragon. Golem's fine too, honestly, with the fact they have the Pugna too. Could just give them a way to get some bodies under these towers and actually commit rather than just throwing random Nether Blasts. But there it is. 17 minutes. The BKB rush is done here for our Leshrac. So Young G only dying twice, I would say. Pretty admirable considering the way this game's going to go for the hero. Unfortunately, as the mid rushing BKB, he's finished at the same time as a Kunkka, who has also picked up that armlet. So pure a frightening force.
See if Krillak can be the damage dealer. Oh, and finding him at the start is great. BKB available on Krillak as well if he needs it. Taunted, pulled back in, and leash onto 2. The silence is there. Krillak pops his BKB, turns down the image, and Young G is just going to die. So they lose 3, and Virtus.pro now can do the rundown on Krillak. Oh my goodness, this is quite bad, as they are going to find PuckChamp, blow him up too. And now back towards mid. Dude, they got the answers. Virtus.pro are killing it.
It's the saddest short story, you know. BKB never used. That's all there is. It says so much in so few words.
I know. And, like, they should have the tools to be able to deal with it, right? Like, Nightmare. Oh, jump. Taunt. They have grip afterwards. They want to use it.
I mean, Ducalis tried to get in there, but he got leashed, too. So, he just, you know, he lost his own ability to help. He doesn't have an Aether Lens yet either, so his spacing's a bit difficult right now on the Bane.
Yeah.
And a 7K lead now. Got himself a frenzying, slamming. I mean, what do you even call this thing? The Thunderhide, I guess I have to call it by its real name. So it's not really a Triceratops. I've been reading a lot of, you know, dinosaur books, obviously.
Of course.
You know, with the kids, so I'm trying to.
I think there is an actual name for this kind of dinosaur, but I don't remember what it is.
I don't remember either. It's got the tail of a
Stega?
Kilosaurus.
Oh, Kilosaurus, sorry. My bad. I don't know the lore.
Yeah, clearly.
All right, we got some baiting illusions here for the Pugna. See if they can get him to grip it, maybe.
Guys, you think it's real? It's just like standing there.
Jump forward. Hex onto 1. No BKB. Oh, the Nightmare comes out, but then the Torrent. Oh my god, dead
Chapter
again.
2.
No BKB used. Krillak trying to run away, but they have the X afterwards. He is in some trouble. Done. And now DM looking to run away. This game is completely fallen off the rails. Dude, the BKB timings were not enough because they were not used.
No, they needed BKBs that followed up for something that Malik did, but instead they're BKBs on the defensive.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts. I mean,
force out the glyph, run back to Roche, snag that up real quick.
I guess to me, this sort of reiterates a thing that we've talked about a lot throughout this season and this tour is just been the vision, right? Like those Invis Wolves, that was what allowed Yamish to just jump in and find the control.
Yeah, it's not from a lack of sentries or anything either. I feel like half the time I look over on PuckChamp, they get like sentries spammed everywhere. But I mean, there is a limit to the amount that you can just put down straight up. And Hakoda also doing a good job of just dewarding them too, throwing down aggressive sentries.
Yeah.
Despite there not really being any sort of invis initiation they have to worry about from the side of PuckChamp, they just recognize that, you know, I want to make sure that these wolves are able to help scout things out for us.
Yeah, totally. Well, 11,000 gold lead now for Virtus.pro. And they still haven't gone in to try and claim Roche, opting instead just to control areas of the map. Looks like it's going to be an Ag Scepter next for Lycan. And now, like, this is the thing that's tough. They kind of need that perfect initiation from Malik and then to follow it up with everybody else.
Exactly.
Krillak's getting towards a plate mail, which will be big.
Yeah, he does need that. Little help me item. That's exactly why I think they didn't like rush into the Roche Pit either. They want to make sure they had a really good idea of things because the Roche Pit can give them the one fight they need. But as long as they can see Malik and they know where he is, they don't care. And right now he's just killing a wave top, so they're fine. Although they are not that fast at it when they have to, you know, take some time to go kill Astral.
That's true.
Such a distraction, that guy.
Sometimes you just got to get him, though.
Yo, Malik, just go.
He doesn't know. Actually, maybe could have. Pure took a little while to pick up that Aegis. Trying to bait him. Malik going to TP out. The Wolves were not able to get that full vision. Right now, Virtus.pro control the outpost. High ground. I mean, this has sort of been one of the other big places where these matches have been decided, is bad high ground pushes. That together with the Roches. So maybe there's an opportunity there for PuckChamp to hold their ground and try and set up for like pushing the game to the later stages. We'll see. Oh, that's not good though. Oh, that's quite bad. Oh, Malik, not like this. Oh, goodness gracious. He's just dead. Well, Trent.
Yeah. They do need him. Yeah, I would say he's considered a necessity here. And guess what? Yamich also sending out the shard with the help of the Philosopher's Stone. So we can see a few more snakes drop down here whenever he goes for a shackle.
Already a lot of them. Finding the jump, Astral. Gonna pull GPK in closer.
He is huge.
Stealing life drain. Dead. Dead again. Jumps forward. Yamich controlling. There is still no BKB used. Oh, it hurts.
Dude, no way.
Is it going to be able to get off? All right, Youngji finally manages to play the BKB card and actually gets a bunch of kills. Look at that. Leashed up, looking for round 2 of this one now. Can Ducalis make anything happen? Pure pops his BKB. Now pulls back Youngji. Ooh, good Nightmare. Getting a little bit of extra separation, trying to TP out. And will be able to do just that. So they lose a fight, but they win the racks.
I think they've been scrimming this lineup on Virtus.pro. With the speed at which they jumped past those racks and just started fighting them under tier 4s, I think that they have trialed this quite a few times. And they maybe have had some games where they've tried to fight honestly and lost the push while also not getting any barracks. So instead, they just fight dirty and they just dive past. They're selling some of the lead they gained,
right,
just for buildings.
I mean, it's a really cool idea, and I think part of the thing that makes that work is the Shadow Shaman Awards, right? Like that. Maybe that's why they first phase it.
Yeah, I think they came in with a strat today.
Yeah. Very cool. Not something that you always often see, but like I've been wondering for a while, what's the solution to high ground? What's the answer? And well, lo and behold, just Shaman Awards. Just drop them and then take a fight.
Pubs. It's like my number one recommendation to people when their team just won't push. I'm like, well, just pick Shaman, you know? I know you don't get to zap them anymore, but you're just lying who hits towers.
They do spot some heroes. Ducalis dropped the sentry, but they already got the vision that they needed. Jump in, Yemich. Oh, absolutely wild. I've been a little bit too crazy this time, trying to make something happen. Malik gets the kill onto one. Buyback coming from the Shaman, and they have somewhere to TP to. And now Kralat controlled and going to die. One by one, swift retribution is thrown back the direction of PuckChamp. 4 dead. There aren't any buybacks. They are going to run on up high ground and maybe just try and end this.
Straight to the bottom, yeah. Straight to the throne, I would say this time. And an excellent strategy here from Virtus.pro. There was no secrets, really, as to what they wanted to do. There was, of course, some chance for flexibility near the end of the draft, so they weren't locked into this the whole way through just because it was the Kunkka threatening this position 1 that they play very often. But they bring it out. They do the thing. The Pugna was an excellent choice. I mean, again, the bans were Puck and Death Prophet. Death Prophet probably could have allowed something similar. Puck would have made this a little harder, I think. Probably would have been quite a bit slower without the ability to hit the towers. So finding this option there from the Pugna, it's a good one here from Virtus.pro.
Yeah, very neat. I think we've been spoiled with like games that go to 40 minutes consistently, things like that. And this is the first time that I've convincingly seen just like an all-out push strat work and work the way that it's intended to. Very, very impressed with Virtus.pro's performance here. And I was wrong, and I'm very happy to have been wrong because, it's the patch is still going. It's still evolving. Shadow Shaman first.
I had notes for Virtus.pro here based on our games, and my notes said they tend to win fast or lose slow, and they often take a big lead and then kind of throw it with like bad jumps.
Right.
And they didn't really do that this time. Maybe they've learned, because I feel like most of their like aggressive maneuvers with their lead, we talk about like maybe not taking Roche when other teams would have, or not backing away when other teams would have. I feel like it was better measured this time, not going too far past the tower, but still succeeding in getting those extra kills that boosted them up into this victory here with a doubling the kill count even at the end there, 24-12. So yeah, PuckChamp still things to maybe just blame on the draft. You can just be like, we never got our Lesh off the ground, and it was a rough game. Like, whatever, guys, forget about it. But I have a feeling they'll be thinking a little bit about this sort of a strategy come next game.
We'll see if they can replicate their success, or if it's going to be a little bit of a pullback here, and PuckChamp can pull one out for game number 2. But for now, I'm going to go a quick break. When we get back, us two, as well as the wonderful Avo, will break down all the action. See you then.